Well, the midterms used to be like boring, didn't they?
You know, the midterm elections used to be like boring, didn't they? Do you even remember what they were? People say midterms, they say, what is that? What is it, right? Now it's like the hottest thing.
It's the hottest thing. The midterms are really more like spring break for older children, a crazed group who see nothing but evil in Trump. Think Dems gone wild. Hell, now they're even stripping.
Vote like your life depends on it. Vote. I'll be at Katie Porter's campaign headquarters. I'll be at Gil Cisneros' campaign headquarters today, and we will be at I'll be at UC Irvine.
That's an actual adult. So exactly 2 years ago, these kids got their blind rage on and never took it off. There was no pleasing them, especially if they're well off enough not to be affected by a great economy or job market. They don't need Trump the way the rest of America does. And Trump does make a great target. He's a law and order guy, defending the process behind borders, national and domestic security. It's one word: boundaries. Boundaries exist to frame the path toward a goal. Wyoming without fences is just another chunk of the planet. Add fences and you get order and logic. You need them for a country's identity, and you need them as laws which allow people to lead free lives without harm. What's the problem? Well, any law and order stance becomes heartless because the left separates the process, which is enforcing laws, from the results, which is creating order. So military, cops, ICE, they're just big meanies. It's childish to pretend that laws don't lead to better lives, but it works. So today's vote is about adults versus those with a teenage view of the world. And even though the kids know that without grown-ups, they'd be dead, who cares? Because the adults will always be around, hurting feelings, making rules, imposing limits, making life possible. Kids just have a hard time forgiving grown-ups for making life possible. You know, perfect example, Dana? Bill de Blasio, the mayor of New York, I call him Stupid Zilla.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
I know him.
If there wasn't a security bed already made for him by Giuliani and then Bloomberg, New York would be in chaos, mainly because his ideology forbids being pro-cop, pro-law and order. So he inherits this so he can be even more progressive.
Right, and then you can see it eroding. Now
Yes.
he's in his second term, so you can absolutely see that. I think Democrats are going to have to really sit down and try to figure out what are they for on immigration.
Yeah.
Because aside from building the wall, President Trump's policies are very much like Barack Obama's.
Yeah.
It's not all that different. The deportations, the use of ICE, the family separation, we've already talked about that. Like, obviously, that was, like a course correction on that one. But other than that, the Democrats are going to have to figure out what can we be for, because they will not win in races where Republicans have won if they don't figure out what they're going to say on it.
What should they do, Laura?
Well, I just have to say this. Reuters right now, just could get into how the media has been so in the bag, the mainstream media so in the bag for the Democrats. Right now on Reuters, there is a headline that says, whatever the results tonight, Beto set to emerge victorious. I'm sorry. So if you lose, you win. If you win, you win. If you win, you win. I think the way we have to look at this is people do like divided government.
Yes.
They like a check on if
So
they
true.
think Trump is a little too much here.
Yes.
We'll try it for a few years where there's a check on him. If things don't
Absolutely.
go well, then maybe they're going to throw that party out. I
Right.
mean, people are in the mood to kind of give report cards. But I'm telling you, Jesse and Greg, on the substance, you cannot argue with Trump's policies.
Yeah.
They're winning across the board. Right track, wrong track, by the way, Juan, has been trending upward the past year, and it's better than they were in 2010. So that's an interesting mark.
Maybe that's why his approval rating is so low, Laura.
Well, I think that's about
Actually,
personality.
like 51, I just read.
No, it's not
Yeah.
51.
51 on
That's
Restoration.
ridiculous.
Saw it.
But you know, to
I
your
saw it
point, to
on
the point
Drudge.
of the monologue, I just want to say, as the oldest person sitting here, I want to stand up for the young people. Because guess what?
They're the only one voting for you.
In terms of the young people tonight, what we know is that in Georgia, a state like Georgia, 4 times the rate of turnout in 2014.
Yep.
In Texas and Nevada, 5 times, Greg. In Arizona, 3 times. So what you see is young people more engaged. This goes to the top of your monologue, which is Trump has made midterms more relevant, more interesting, more essential for Americans, and I think re-engage people in the political process who previously thought, midterms or elections. And a lot of those folks, from the Democratic perspective, thought Hillary Clinton's going to win.
Yeah.
So why bother?
Yeah, Jesse?
Yeah, I mean, Trump makes everything hot right now. I mean, the economy, Twitter, trade, liars, leakers, and liberals. That book's flying off the shelves. Also, some negative things. You know, we now know how hot the special counsel is. We know who Jim Acosta is, unfortunately. But if you put Trump's name in front of everything, it just makes it good. For instance, I only eat Trump steaks. And I didn't even know what a steak was until I saw Trump's
You are pathetic. You're just trying to angle for free steak.
Yeah, send him over to Fox, please.
Yes.